Hey there, my name is Ryan, and I want to talk to you about my approach on fixing sour coffee. So when I first started drinking pour-overs with the V60, this was back in like 2008. I really never enjoyed it. I was kind of a big pour-over hater. I was a big V60 hater. Well, I had a Espresso at home, a conical burr grinder, but then also I had one of these where it's just like a food processor, but for coffee beans. I never got good coffee out of it. That being said, you know, now being about almost 20 years later, 18 years later, now I have all these different apparatuses to just make coffee, which is crazy to me. You know, we got the Saturate, we got the glass V60, the plastic one, and the V60 Neo. So, you know, I've really spent some time to figure out why coffee tastes a certain way. But anyways, let's get started. The gear that I'm going to be using today is not the V60 Neo or the glass switch or the Saturate. I'm going to be talking to you guys using the plastic V60 cone. I think this is what everybody has, or most people have this cone, this dripper. So, you know, it's very simple to use. It's tried and true. Everybody loves it. Everybody hates it. It is just a V60 cone. The paper that I'm going to be using is the Cafe Arabica Browns. I finally got my hands on these, so if you have a chance to get any of these are great. I'll be using my ZP6 at 4.5. I'm not suggesting everybody get a ZP6. One thing I've noticed about the ZP6, as much as it's a high-end grinder, or like one of the most popular hand grinders, it highlights the perfections and imperfections. So my brewing recipe is, so we're gonna use 15 grams at a 1:16 ratio. The water temp is gonna be at 93 degrees Celsius, and the ZP6 is set at 4.5. In layman terms, if you get your water to a rolling boil and then just turn off the water and just swirl it around a little bit, then that's pretty much around 200 to 205 Fahrenheit or 95, 93 degrees Celsius. The ZP6 obviously is a tool that not everybody might have. If you can get your coffee grounds to the size of like sugar, I think that's an excellent way to start. Make sure you pre-wet your filter. We're gonna bloom with 45 grams of water for 30 seconds. And at 30 seconds, we're gonna pour to 140. And then at 1 minute and 30 seconds, we're gonna pour to the final 240 amount. And your total brew time should be around 3 minutes. The beans that I'm going to be using today, the Columbia Arusi washed by Fair Coffee. Flavor notes are white flour, white peach, and silky. They're a very simple flavor profile, so we'll know exactly what to expect. Typically what I do for grinding is I'll grind at a 45 degree angle, or 45, 60 degree, 70, 15 at an angle. I'll grind at an angle, and then pretty much I'll just grind at a slower RPM, slow-ish RPM. We're not going like this. We're just, you know, going at a normal pace. So once we have the water boiling at 93 degrees, what I like to do with my Cafe Arabica is just do typical fold over, mountain fold, like they suggest. And I like squish it. So we have 93 degree water. Make sure to spread the water liberally. You want to make sure it is all that funk, all that paper taste is gone. I am very sensitive to it. Some people might not be. You know, once we've gotten rid of the filter, the gray water, let's pour in the grinds. Here we go. So I don't typically bloom center first. I kind of saturate the grounds so it's an even distribution. But I know some people bloom from the center. So we're at 30 seconds and then we're gonna pour to 140. And for this, I like to do a very gentle conical pour, just going around and around and around. And this is at like a slightly slower flow rate. So we're not going too fast. So we hit 140. And then what I like to do is just smell kind of like what it smells like. And you get that really, really nice aroma of the white peach. The florals come out. You can tell that it's sweet, but not fully there, but it is still a coffee taste. And as we approach the 125 mark, the beds are starting to kind of like show, but we're going to 130. And then we add some water. What I like to do also is just wash the sides, just bring it down. And then for the last 40, I like to do a strong center pour. As we approach 225, it's draining pretty well. But the last 30 seconds are kind of where I usually get nervous because sometimes it clogs, but with the ZP6 at 4.5, it shouldn't clog. It shouldn't clog. But it's seeming to hit our timings pretty well. So I'm gonna get my cups ready. So my bed is not that even this time, unfortunately. But that's on me. So we're just at 310. We got this nice flavor, or nice look. Ooh. Give it a nice. Oh yeah. Oh, this is fantastic. Yeah, what a cup. I usually don't pour a 1 to 16 ratio because it's a lot bigger than this cup, or it's above the cork line, but oh yeah. Ooh, so good. It's really good. So first of all, you don't get the sourness. What we get are these really, really nice florals that don't jump out at you. They're not like, it's not a jump scare. It's just a really, really gentle floral introduction of like jasmine, or maybe, I don't know what another white flower would be. Maybe like a honeysuckle, like a honeysuckle kind of like sweetness, because it goes straight into the white peach kind of like nectarine, not nectarine, sorry, into the white peach flavor of that floral. It's like an orange or like a peach blossom kind of situation. And then it dives really, really nicely into like a very, very like rounded out flavor, which is silky. It's exactly what the flavor notes come out to. It's a very, very nice, gentle floral into a very like nice sweetness. And then it just rounds off really, really cleanly. Yeah, I don't know what to say. If you watched my affair video that I made earlier, I talked about kind of like the gentleness of this recipe. I definitely used a different ratio because this one's a 1 to 16. It's a lot less syrupy. It's a lot less dense. But if you want a denser coffee, use my other recipe, my 1 to 15 ratio. And you should, with the V60 Neo, and you should have a lot more vibrant, brighter tones. But with the plastic V60 cone, it's very, very controlled and muted because the heat retention is really nice and the channeling. But anyways, if you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you feel like you've learned something about how to fix your sour coffees, please let me know in the comments. Otherwise, see you in the next video. Peace.